The Phantom Luncheon by Hector Hug Munro. The Phantom Luncheon was first published in 1916. The Toys of Peace and Other Stories is the collection of short stories by Hector Hug Munro. Phantom means imagination. Hector Hug Munro is better known by the pen name Saki. Hector Hug Munro was a British writer. Who is the main character in the Phantom Luncheon? Lady Rankmonton is the main character in the Phantom Luncheon. Phantom means imagination. Luncheon means formal lunch. The story is about an imaginative lunch. Now let's see character in story. Sir James, Lady Rankmonton, Smithly Dumbs, uncles of Smithly Dumbs. One uncle is on ward committees, another uncle speaks at some of less important meetings, and Millie. These are characters in the Phantom Luncheon. Hector Hug Munro's literary works are witty, mischievous, and sometimes Macbeth stories satirize Edward in society and culture. At the beginning, we see debate between Sir James and his wife Lady Rankmonton. Millie is the sister of Lady Rankmonton. What does Sir James wish? Sir James wishes that his wife would pay Simply Dumbs some attention and ask them to lunch with her at the Ritter's or somewhere. The Phantom Luncheon focuses on the grid for food. Simply Dumbs, Cecilia, Amanda, and third sister's name is not mentioned are greedy for a lavish meal on others' expenses. द फॅन्टम लंचन अन्नासाठी लोभीवर लक्ष केंद्रित करते. सिम्पली डम्स यांना इतरांच्या खर्चावर भरभरून जेवणाचा लोभ आहे. सिम्पली डम्स आर थ्री सिस्टर्स, सिसिलिया, अमांडा अँड थर्ड सिस्टर्स नेम इज नॉट मेन्शन्ड. Sir James wants to offer lunch to Smithly Dumbs to have a good relationship with them so that he will get votes. Sir James Simply Dumbs यांच्याशी चांगले संबंध ठेवण्यासाठी दुपारचे जेवण देऊ इच्छितात जेणेकरून सर जेम्सला मते मिळतील. Simply Dumbs belongs to Lady Rankmonton's club. Sir James is a respectable and wealthy politician. What time does Millie have to go for lunch at Carlton? 2 o'clock. Where does Millie plan to lunch with friends? Millie plans to lunch with friends at Carlton. What does Lady Rankmonton make some marked variation in her usual toilet effects? She dresses hair in an unaccustomed manner and puts on a hat. What does Lady Rankmonton pretend before Smithly Dumbs? Lady Rankmonton pretends before Smithly Dumbs to be Ellen Nigel. What does Cecilia Smithly Dumb talk in restaurant? Cecilia Smithly Dumb talk on the Insurance Act is a little better understood. It will lose the sum of its present unpopularity. Who does resemble Lady Rankmonton? Millie resembles Lady Rankmonton. Why does Millie not like to entertain the Smithly Dumbs? Millie does not like to entertain Smithly Dumbs because she has to go to lunch with her friends at the Carlton. Which restaurants are mentioned in the Phantom Luncheon? Ritter's, Duoden, and Carlton are restaurants in the Phantom Luncheon. Who did Lady Rankmonton entertain? Lady Rankmonton entertained the Joneses, the Brown, Snapheimers, the Lubrikoffs, and heaps of others whose names she forgot. I consider that showing hospitality to the Smithly Dumbs is carrying free food principles to a regrettable extreme. Who does say? Lady Rankmonton. At what was Smithly Dumbs contemplating? Smithly Dumbs was contemplating at close quarters a happy vista of baked meats and approved vintage. What is meant by toilet effects? The way someone dresses up or uses makeup. What is the name of club? The name of club is the New Didact Club. Where is the New Didact Club? The New Didact Club is in Calais Street. Sir James expects Lady Rankmonton entertain three sisters named Smithly Dumbs, as they will help her husband to get votes in the committee because of their influence. Sir James expects Lady Rankmonton to entertain three sisters named Smithly Dumbs, as they will help her husband to get votes in the committee because of their influence. सर जेम्स अपेक्षा करतो की लेडी रँकमंटनने स्मिथली डम्स नावाच्या 3 बहिणींचे मनोरंजन करावे, कारण सर जेम्सला स्मिथली डम्स यांच्या प्रभावामुळे समितीमध्ये मते मिळण्यास मदत होईल. What does Lady Rankmonton pretend when she is having a lunch with Smithly Dumbs? She pretends to be suffering from a complete loss of memory. She cannot think who is she, and she remembers that Smithly Dumbs asked her to come lunch with them. What does Lady Rankmonton pretend when she is having lunch with Smithly Dumbs? She pretends to be suffering from a complete loss of memory. She cannot think who is she, and she remembers that Smithly Dumbs asked her to come lunch with them. The prank is played by Lady Rankmonton, and her sister Millie taught Smithly Dumbs the lesson, and they left politics and started doing good for the society. The prank is played by Lady Rankmonton, and her sister Millie taught Smithly Dumbs the lesson, and they left politics and started doing good for the society. फ्रँक लेडी रँकमंटनने आणि मिलीने खेळला आहे. स्मिथली डम्स यांना धडा शिकवला आणि त्यांनी राजकारण सोडले आणि समाजासाठी चांगले काम करण्यास सुरुवात केली. थँक यू व्हेरी मच फॉर वॉचिंग दिस व्हिडिओ.